Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jadesala. We're going to be kicking off our property investing series for 2024 with how to choose the best property investment strategy for yourself. Now, one of the questions that I get asked the most is how do you even pick the right one? Because if you go online, there are like so many strategies, from whether or not you want to start by owning your own home and house hacking to maybe buying a house to let out to individuals or families, or doing a holiday let, or doing a HMO, which is a house of multiple occupancy, or you're doing a flip, or you're doing a BRR, which is buy, refurbish, refinance. There's just a lot of options out there. And everyone really sells their own strategy to people online. Like if you listen to a lot of the gurus, they will sell what they're doing, to you as the best thing since sliced bread. And it's very easy to get confused when you're just starting out, to know the one to pick, if that makes any sense. And for me, as someone that has invested in a rental property and who's currently doing a serviced accommodation now, and also helping people to find investment properties, I can tell you that this is very individualistic. Like the strategy you pick has to reflect a lot of things about yourself. And for me, I always tell people, like, you need to assess your own current situation, and you need to assess your situation around finance and also your time availability, if that makes any sense. So things like how much do you have? Like you need to ask yourself that, or how much can you save if you don't have the money right now? Or how much money can you raise? So if it's not your money that you've saved up or that you plan to save up, can you raise money from people? So how much time do you also have? Are you investing alone or are you investing with a partner? And more importantly, how much knowledge about this investment strategy do you have? You need to be able to think about your situation. Like when I was going to buy my property, there were so many investment strategies that were very popular, and one of them was like rent to rent, right? Which is rental arbitrage, and it's simply a situation whereby you rent someone's property and then you let them know that you're going to put their property on Airbnb or booking.com as a holiday let, or that you want to even rent it out room by room as a HMO, for example. And this strategy was very popular. You could start with maybe 5,000 to 7,000, depending on how you source the property, and it was kind of attractive to me, thinking about the fact that I didn't need a lot of money to start. And when I look at a lot of people selling this strategy, they were selling it particularly to people below a particular income bracket. So I had to look at my own situation. One, I wasn't in that income bracket. Again, I looked at myself that, I could invest £7,000 to someone else's property and then start to make profit in like 7 to 10 months. So this is assuming that I'll make my principal back over maybe a 6-month period, depending on the strategy I settle for with that rental arbitrage. And I was like, instead of investing 7,000 in a property that I don't own, right, I can save up a bit more, maybe in like another 6 to 7 months, and I could raise enough down payment to buy my own property. Again, just assessing my situation of how much do I have in the bank, how much can I save, when do I want this property by, these are the things that will start to impact, the strategy you go for. The next thing that I had to think about is, what are my goals? I just said that I could save up to buy a property in a couple of months instead of going for a rent-to-rent strategy. And that's because for me, one of my biggest goals in, property investing was ownership. I wanted to own investment properties. So even though cash flow was another goal of mine, ownership was at the top of it. So ownership and cash flow, those were like the two most important things for me. And it was important that I was channeling whatever money that I had into strategies that would suit my situation. So you have to define your goals. Is it cash flow you want? Is it ownership? Are you just looking for somewhere to park your money? Are you looking for capital appreciation? Are you just looking to control properties or just getting on the property ladder? These are like different goals that you have to define for yourself to be able to select the right property strategy for you. So the other thing that you have to think about is, how do you want to invest? Do you want to be active or passive with your property investment? I know most people want to be passive. For me, I chose to be active and for a lot of reasons, because property investing for me was not just, going on my own journey and owning my own properties. There was also the business side of it for me in terms of helping others to, buy properties or to manage properties. So it was important for me to be a little bit active to learn the ropes. Again, when I think about it, instead of spending a lot of money, paying other people to educate me on property investment or property management, buying it on my own and going through, all the process from searching for the property on my own to doing the refurbishment on my own to managing the properties on my own. These things were very important to me. I'm choosing to be active because I'm trying to learn. Instead of paying someone a lot of money to do all of these things for me, I try to rationalize it in my head that I'm paying for education by, learning on my own and making mistakes and learning from it. Because the truth is, no matter how many videos I watch or the things that people tell me, it's usually different when I'm actually, doing it myself. Every situation is different. Every property is different. Every strategy is different. Every human being is different as well. The tenants you end up with will be different from another person's tenant, and your situation is going to be unique to you. So for me, I just find it easier to learn from actually doing something myself as opposed to, just, learning about it, if that makes any sense. And that's why I'm choosing to be active. So these are things that I would advise anyone who's looking to invest in property to think about. You need to assess yourself. There are people that I know that just lend other people money to buy properties. They are only interested in, earning interest on their money, and they don't want to buy, or maybe they already own properties and they don't want to buy anymore. You have to define what you want and your situation and what you want to do, whether you want to be active or passive, and how much money you have. You have to really think about all of these things. Are you looking to trade your time? Are you looking to trade your money? Or are you just looking for ownership? So you need to answer these questions, and only you can at the end of the day. And then you can then now use that to, start to refine the investment strategy that would work for you. Again, you have to try and now start to learn high level, what these strategies are about and which one best suits your situation. And you can find a lot of information on YouTube, on TikTok. And if you're lucky, you know people who are investing in real estate, by all means, reach out to them and ask them questions. But you have to realize that everybody's situation is different. I also chose to invest up north because the property prices there are cheaper than down south. So people that have a lot of money can choose to invest in London. That's not my situation. So I have to pick what's best for me. And yeah, I hope this has been helpful to you if you are a beginner trying to invest in real estate. Like I said, this is the first of the many videos I'm going to be making on investing in properties and investing in general, just so that, we can help each other, because 2024 is the year we make money. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.